Bhlm_10_. I walked as fast as I could with his scent still in the air that I breathed. I didn't realize how much I had missed him until the tears fell. People were beginning to look at me like I was some kind of crazy, but if only they could hear my story, maybe they wouldn't be looking at me like that. I thought of the journey ahead as the sun hit my skin. It was getting really hot and I had spent my last money only to be told that I should just go home. Maybe with a little tip I would have had some transport money, but somehow even the customers seemed never to notice me. Surely, I heard someone call. I looked back and noticed it was the new security guard. I always seem to attract these people. "Hey, Mercy," I greeted her, wiping the little tear that was still visible. "Hey," she greeted, not minding that I had been crying. "I hear you are staying in Matero. My boyfriend is coming to pick me up," she said. I was looking at her in shock. She was too excited for someone that barely knew me. In fact, one would think that she was just pretending to be nice to me. "Okay," I finally responded. "You should come with us. I stay just after OYDC and we wouldn't mind dropping you." She didn't even wait for me to respond when a gray Spacio pulled over. "Hey, love," she greeted the man behind the wheel. "Hey, princess," he greeted back. "And this must be Shirley," he said. I smiled politely, not sure what he meant. "Don't mind him. I told him I like someone and I haven't stopped talking about you," she said, buckling her seat belt. "Forgive my manners, this is my man Chisha," she said afterwards. "Hi, Chisha," I greeted again. He started the car and they started talking. They were the first people that were nice to me in a year, and I was just waiting for the day they would decide to treat me like everyone else did. You see, when you have become so used to being treated like trash, even good looks like dirt. I must have wandered off because when I looked at my surroundings, we were in the car park at Manda Hill. A fear ran through me when I thought of my past life. I felt a sharp pain in my heart that reminded me of what I once had and had lost. "Shirley," Mercy called. I didn't even realize that they were outside and staring at me. "Sorry," I said, faking a smile. Mercy walked proudly in her security uniform beside her not-so-good-looking boyfriend. In my old life I would have thrown shade at them, but now seeing them like this gave me a different view about life. They led the way as we walked to cinemas. They picked Boss Baby and Chisha paid for the tickets whilst Mercy paid for our popcorns. They shared one, whilst they got me my own. As the movie played in 1 hour 30 minutes, not once had I concentrated. Being around these two somewhat gave me so much to think about. I had it all in life and I wasted it, not appreciating anything that my father did for me, and here were two people that were totally happy with the little that they had. "So did you enjoy the movie?" Mercy asked when we walked back to the car. "I did very much," I lied. "Great, my money," she said to her boyfriend. He removed a K10.00 and handed it to her. "What was that about?" I asked. "Well, I said you would find the movie boring and he said otherwise." "But I just said I did." "We know," they responded at the same time. "But you are lying," Chisha said as he unlocked the car. The rest of the way we listened to Comboni radio, where they kept making fun of the songs and the radio presenters. "But why do you listen to it if you are laughing?" I asked them. "That's the whole point, honey. Laughing at them feels good," she responded before laughing again. We stopped at Zambeef and Mercy dropped. She said she wouldn't take much of her time. "Surely right," Chisha asked, disrupting me from my thoughts. "Yes, please," I responded. "What's your story?" he asks. "Excuse me. I am doing part-time counseling at the university teaching hospital. I think you will be my first patient," he said. "There is nothing interesting about me," I said, avoiding his gaze. "When you are ready to talk, I and Mercy will always be here," he said. "Okay," I responded. Just then Mercy walked in. "Sorry I took a lot of time," she said, handing me a bottle of juice. "Thank you," I told her, honestly not remembering the last time anyone was ever nice to me. We drove to Mataro in silence as Mercy seemed to be dozing whilst Chisha concentrated on the road. "I will see you tomorrow," she told me when they dropped me at the station. "Thank you for today," I told her. "You are welcome," she said genuinely. I walked to my place feeling a little relaxed. I had not gone out in a long time, and even if I didn't want to depend on people, they genuinely seemed nice. My stomach betrayed me when it made noise. I put the juice she had bought me in my bag together with the popcorns I had carried out of the cinema. That would be my dinner for the night. I tried not to think of how I would go for work the following day. I was in my morning shift, which meant I had to be at work at exactly 7 a.m. and I didn't even have the money for bus fare. "Geez, you walk fast," Mercy said when she caught up with me. I stood still and watched her as she tried to catch her breath. "Chisha is waiting. I just thought I should give you this," she said, handing me AK 25.00 kwacha. "Mercy, I can't take it," I told her, declining the money. "I think we both can use it. Chisha always gives me AK 50.00 weekly allowance, and what better way to double my blessings than sharing?" she acts. I pulled her in for an embrace. I was genuinely grateful. "I need to go now," she said with a smile. That night when I got home, I got on my knees for the first time in years. I thanked God for my life and also for the blessings that He was showering upon my life, even though they didn't come as I expected them to. I thanked Him for the lessons learned the hard way, because only then had I learnt. The next morning I woke up feeling totally different. I was going to take positive steps in my life, and it meant being positive about everything. I got on my knees and thanked God for the day before I started my chaos. I cleaned my little house and swept my surroundings. Afterwards I took a bath and drank some hot water since I didn't have anything in the house. I made a mentor note to get some sugar first thing I got paid. When I got to work it was 10 minutes to 7. I quickly cleaned my till in readiness for the opening of the store. 3 hours later and it was already very busy. I thought I had had it all until the familiar scent hit my nostrils. This time he was on my till and the other girls were already clicking their tongues, upset that I was serving him. "Good morning," I greeted with every politeness had been taught by the customer care manager. "Shirley," he said, looking into my eyes. "How are you, Raymond?" I greeted again. "Your friend and author Winnie." "Hibiscus."